I want to welcome everybody to this demonstration. Arrest warrants for those involved in the death of 11-year-old Akiri Bell reveals graphic details. Salute to the chat. Salute to my moderators. Salute to the replay gang. Now, this story comes out of South Carolina, Myrtle Beach to be exact. I want to welcome all of my TikTok subscribers as well as my Facebook family and friends to this demonstration. This is where this demonstration started at for me on Facebook as well as TikTok. I see you, Shaq. I see y'all 80s, baby. I see the chat. Salute. Another sad case. Now, this is 11-year-old Akiri Bell. And these are the five that has been arrested on warrants. And they, if not participated in the unaliving of 11-year-old Akiri Bell, they sat and watched and did nothing. And in cases like this, I say it all the time, as adults, as men and women, we have a duty to protect any child, no matter how old the child is, no matter what race, creed, or religion, no matter if the child is being abused by their own parents, their own family members. As adults, it's still you and I duty to protect these children. Let's take a deeper dive into this case. Beaten to death while others watched. The red rum of 11-year-old Akiri Bell, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, June the 13th, 2025. 11-year-old Akiri Bell should have been safe in her own home. Instead, police say she was brutally beaten repeatedly in front of other children while multiple adults stood by and did nothing. Some of those adults were parents themselves, their own children witnessing the violence. Arrest warrants allege that Kamisha McGaskey, 31, Akiri's guardian and distant cousin, used her hands, her feet, and multiple weapons to attack Akiri and others in the home. Authorities say the abuse lasted for months. McGaskey is now charged with red rum, human trafficking, and a long list of felonies. On June the 13th, Akiri was taken from a home on Sagapalm Drive to a Carolina Forest Hospital where she died of blunt force trauma to the head. Investigators found mops, towels, and bedding sealed in trash bags, all testing positive for blood. The warrants revealed that McGaskey's 2-year-old child, along with a 3-year-old, a 14-year-old, and other minors were present during some of the attacks. Akiri lived in the home with Akiri lived in the home with 7 other siblings. McGaskey told investigators, "I sent her upstairs to take a bath with her sister. 20 minutes later, her sister called and said she passed out. I went up there to provide aid. I called 911. Police say the evidence shows something far darker. According to investigators, Akiri Bell suffered months of physical abuse, malnourishment, and forced unpaid labor. Police and SLED confirmed she was found unresponsive on June 11th and later died at the hospital. Her death has been ruled a homicide caused by multiple blunt force injuries. 6 people have been arrested in connection with Akiri's death. Kamisha McGaskey, 31, is charged with red rum, multiple counts of human trafficking, criminal conspiracy, unlawful conduct towards a child. Margaret Robinson is charged with human trafficking, criminal conspiracy, unlawful conduct toward a child. Lakeisha Burnett, 34, is charged with 2 counts of unlawful conduct towards a child, obstruction of justice. Atlantis Thomas, 21, is charged with 2 counts of unlawful conduct towards a child, obstruction of justice. Darnell Dearmas, 21, is charged with unlawful conduct towards a child. Alexandria Thomas, 20, is charged with unlawful conduct towards a child for allegedly witnessing the abuse without intervening. Warrants accuse Barnett, Thomas, and Robinson of obstructing justice by lying to investigators and attempting to destroy evidence. SLED has also charged McGaskey and Robinson with 5 counts of trafficking in persons. Multiple agencies, including the Horry County Police Department and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, are continuing to investigate. How many opportunities were missed to save Akiri's life? How could so many adults watch and do nothing while a child was being beaten? And how far does the responsibility go for every person who witnessed her suffering? Akiri was failed by every adult in that home. She lived and died in an environment marked by violence, fear, and silence. A child deserved protection and instead found cruelty. If you have any information about the red rum of Akiri's Bell, please contact authorities immediately. When you look at this picture, man, I got tears coming out of my eyes, man. I can't do this, yo. Let me come to my chat. Man. Let me see what my chat's saying. This is very disturbing. This is horrific. I remember this. They had her working. They was trafficking those children. I'm from South Carolina. I remember this story. This ish getting out of hand. They had them kids cleaning buildings and stuff. I see you, Positive. I remember this situation. I see you, Lisa. Erica. I see the chat. I see you, Serena. That's just disgusting. That is so sad. And see cases like this scare me about my own child. Facts. I see you, Terry, down. People just don't care about other people. She was so pretty and full of life that should have never happened. Such a beautiful child. This is heartbreaking. This makes me sad and angry. I see you, Ronita. I ain't never heard about this, man. It's crazy. I just, I see you, Chandra. I mean, an innocent child at 11 years old, and these monsters, they pretty much ain't had nothing going on in their lives. And they took the life of this baby. This baby had the whole world ahead of her. And I say this all the time, y'all. And I'm going to do my best to keep this PG. I'm going to do my best, y'all. But I say it all the time. Do your thing. If you want to ruin your life, handle your BI. Leave these babies alone. These babies don't deserve this. They don't. They don't. And sometimes I question myself. Sometimes I say, Shank, maybe it's something wrong with you. Maybe you're not human. Maybe the compassion and maybe the love and the feelings that you have for these children, maybe you're wrong. And then I had to pop myself upside the head and be like, man, what is you talking about, Shank? It ain't nothing wrong with you. Because it's thousands, it's millions of other people, Shank, that feel just like you feel. But it's a small minority of these monsters. It's just a small percentage of these monsters out here that's doing these cowardly acts towards these children. It's not nothing wrong with us. But you got to start to say, hold up now. We're going to have to start making some sacrifices. And I'm all in for it. I mean, look, all that nice guy, I tried. Lord knows I tried. And y'all know I tried. But being a nice guy, it only gets you hurt. Being a nice guy, it only gets you in predicaments, situations where you wish you would have went hard. And in these situations with these kids, I'm tired. And I know everybody is tired of this ish. Like, y'all did this to this baby. This is getting out of control. It's like we living in a world of evil and darkness. Why do this keep happening to so many children, especially brown little girls? I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Kids off limits. These folks are demonic. Y'all know we grew up in a time when kids was really off limits. Nobody even dared. Nobody even dared doing the things that these people is doing to these kids. I'll be in prison right now, shaking my damn head, and I'll be in the prison across the street from you, Sharon, or down the road or up the road. I'm not familiar with this tragic incident. What in the world is wrong with these monsters? Lord help me. And this is the cold piece about it. I mean, they say you can't judge a book by its cover. But in my opinion. Let me give y'all my opinion. And they say the eyes is the mirror of a person's soul. They say you could tell by a person's eyes what type of soul they have. And I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. The one in the middle, the light-skinned one, she looked like she probably as not as cold as the others, but I'm looking at her eyes, and all five of their eyes are telling me the same thing. And because I want to keep this PG, I'm not going to use one of my favorite words. But if these ain't some funky, you know what, then I don't know the true definition of a funky, you know what. Just looking at them and reading off their charges, these are true definitions of funky, you know what. Just look at them. Just look at them. And the one with the glasses on, she's 56 years old. All of them should know better. The 20-year-olds, they all should know better. But you would think at 56 years old, she older than me. You would think at 56 years old that she would know right from wrong. I hope none of them get no bond. I hope they all, even if they didn't participate in taking her life, I hope they all get life in prison. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, man. I feel for this little girl. I really do. Because you could just look at her and you could tell just by the way she's dressed, you could tell she's well-mannered. She ain't deserve this, man. She didn't. She didn't. I gotta keep my chat involved, man, because I gotta keep this PG. And if I go off of how I feel, y'all know I'm gonna get on one up here. They look possessed. Right, all facts. Because when we growing up, don't never put your hands on nobody's child, period. Wait, what? Rot in prison. It's like we can't get away from these horrific stories. It's almost like they trying to get us used to this so that we eventually accept it, but this ish will never be acceptable. The people in the world have gone mad. I mean, just look, y'all. Just look, man. Just look. Because they live a miserable life. Because they don't got nothing going on in their lives. They took the life of this angel. They sat around. Did y'all hear? They sat around. This went on for months. They sat around with their kids and they watched the abuse. Back in the days, they did not play around about that. I see you, Jacqueline. Unbelievable. So much hatred in these last and evil days. It's horrible behavior, and they don't care. They don't care. They don't, y'all. They don't, y'all. They don't. And be the main ones. It's sick. But for what purpose? To what end, Shank? I'm just not understanding. I don't understand myself, Jacqueline. But they'd be the main ones that'll get protected. They'd be the main ones that if you react, they'd be the main ones. When you put hands on them, you be the wrong person. Man, I'm at work trying to hold it in. This is you know what up. I will be in prison. I don't have any understanding. It will get there in prison. They will have to be in protected custody. I look, man. We gotta do better, y'all. We gotta. We all gotta do better. It ain't. You can't push it off on this group of people. Gotta do better. This race, this religion. We all. Shank Rock is included. We all gotta do better. I see you, Marie. Appreciate you for pulling up, Marie. Hope all is well with you, Marie. Glad to see you. The morals and values that people had has left so sad. It is, y'all. And it's just like, now, just imagine how things is going to be in another 20 years. Like, and we all got babies. I got grandbabies. And I know you all got children. You all got grandbabies. Can y'all imagine how this world gonna be in another 20 years? Where did it and only if I could turn back the hands of time. Only if I could turn back the hands of time. But these charges, let me go back to these charges, y'all. You got the guardian, the distant cousin, Kamisha. She's charged with the actual red rum. And then multiple counts of human trafficking, criminal conspiracy, unlawful conduct towards a child, but multiple counts of human trafficking. Now the older chick, the one with the glasses, Margaret, she's 56. She's charged with human trafficking. Are y'all serious? Human then the dude, Donnell Dimas, he charged with unlawful conduct towards a child. And then Alexandria, unlawful conduct towards a child for allegedly witnessing the abuse without intervening. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, y'all. Certain times cause for certain activities. And when you're doing something to a child, I'm just keeping it 100. That's street justice. Appreciate this cash donation, 80s baby. And if you would like to help support the channel, there's different ways you can support the channel. If you would like to send a cash donation, My Cash App is $ERICMCINT. I do have a goal to reach a 15 super stickers or super chats. You could just click on the $ symbol and purchase a super sticker or a super chat. Appreciate that cash donation, 80s, baby. Yes, we all got to do better. Salute, Shank Rock. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate you for pulling up. Nope, we definitely living in a different time. She didn't make it to middle school or high school. Do you know where her mother is? I'm not sure. I did reach out to family members. I reached out to close friends, and I'm waiting for them to respond back. I'm hoping that I could get some family members to join me on the panel. So as of yet, I'm not sure of the mom. I see you, Juanita. I see you. These people are cowards and monsters. I don't know what would happen if one of my grands or grandkids, I'd be no more good, Lord. They will get it in jail. If that little girl was malnourished, why didn't the doctor sit there and call CPS on her? Good question, April. Where is her real mom? Not sure. From what I know, the lady Kamisha is a distant cousin of the father. Matter of fact, let me read what somebody said to me real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Because I do got some information. Just give me 1 second. It says, now I got to say this is allegedly because I don't know if this information is true or not. But the information that came to me said that I was thinking, okay, the father was, so she was living with her dad, and they said they think the dad had a job to do out of town, and that's where the question comes in at. So that's all I know right now, that allegedly the father had a job to do out of town, and somehow she ended up with the cousin. I'm not sure if that's true or not. So if the dad is watching, if that's not correct, I apologize. I apologize. Mm, 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 mm. Let me just give some brief words before I let everybody get out of here. We got to be those nosy neighbors that we all had when we was growing up. Y'all remember them nosy neighbors? We are those nosy neighbors. We are the elders that we grew up looking up to, and not only looking up to, we are those elders that kept us in line. Let them call us snitches, and let them call us nosy. And it's a little, I'm not going to say a little, but it's a lot different in today's time than it was when we was growing up. In today's time, it can cost you your life being a nosy neighbor. It can. Because with us, we would mumble under our breaths about our nosy neighbors. You know, we walking up the street, you know, of course, we going to mumble under our breath. We wouldn't dare think about harming any of our neighbors, our elders. But the kids today, they liable to try to do something to us. But that's just what we are up against. We are up against some unruly children. Y'all seen that when the mom and her daughter and her son got attacked out there in Chicago. Mm. She was almost in middle school. CPS does nothing on cases. They need to work the most. It's so sad. It is, y'all. It is, y'all. If there's a God in heaven, and I'm not one to say they ain't, and I'm not one to say that it is, but if there is a God in heaven, please, please save these babies. Please protect these babies. I sacrifice my life. I sacrifice my freedom. Take me. Protect these babies. I see you, Breezy Love. Good coverage of this sad situation. Probably abused themselves. These females did not break the cycle of abuse. And if you are a female or a male, and if you was abused as a child, seek professional therapy. Seek professional counseling. There's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong if you reach out. It's nothing wrong. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm always available. I'm always available. If you need me to talk to, DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Shankrock. If you on Facebook, follow my Facebook page, Rock Squad Community. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out to me. But we got to break this cycle. This cycle got to get broken. And unfortunately, it's a lot of folks out there that was abused as a child and don't have the resources and just don't have the strength. Just, because we see in these cases when these babies, when these children, when they do come out and speak and say, he touched me, she touched me, their abusers end up getting off. She had another year to be in middle school. Anyone who harm a child or unalive one is a sick individual, period. The CPS is sickening. If it was a God in heaven, why does this keep going on? I put it out there for you. Appreciate you, Kamara. As soon as I get any new information, I will be bringing it to you all. I'm hoping that I could get a family member of Akiri to join me on a panel. My platform is still a safe haven. I still want everyone to feel comfortable with coming to my platform to talk about any past trauma, any abuse. All you got to do is just say, Mr. Shankrock, can you drop the link so I could come up on your panel so I could tell my story? With me changing my platform around and rearranging some things, that's one of the things that I'm still going to keep. I'm still going to have an open panel for anybody that want to come up and get some things off their chest and maybe tell their story. All right. I'm gonna read a few more comments and then we're gonna get out of here, y'all. I had a situation where a child was being abused and the abuser admitted it in a text. CPS did nothing. Sad. I know about CPS all too well. I wrote to them about my daughter back in October and I still have yet to hear anything back. The devil seeking who he can devour. These wicked folks been turned over to a, I can't pronounce that, y'all. Mind. The devil has taken over their souls to do these demonic things to children. Reprobated. Wicked folks been turned over to a reprobated mind. The devil has taken over their souls to do these demonic things to children. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Salute everybody. I will leave the chat running and you all can hang around. I'll see everybody back tomorrow. Salute everybody.